Hey, what's going on, everyone? Homework assignment 60 coming at you. Today's objective: I can solve simple interest problems. Sounds easy enough, right? Vocabulary. We're talking interest. And interest is the amount of money paid or earned for the use of money by a bank or other financial institution. We could talk a little bit more about that in class. Simple interest is paid only on the initial principal of a savings account or loan. And finally, principal is the amount of money invested or borrowed. Principal is the amount of money initially invested or borrowed. Here's what we're going to use in order to solve these problems. The equation, the main equation itself, is this one in here. I is equal to PRT. All right. I is going to be equal to the interest right here. P stands for the principal, which is the amount of money that is borrowed or invested, like we said before. R is the annual interest rate. Remember, notice how it says annual interest rate, all right, as a decimal. So it's going to be given as a percentage. We need to convert it to a decimal. And the T here stands for time, and time always has to be in years when we're dealing with this equation. Think about the fact that I'm specifying that it has to be in years, meaning if they don't give it to you in years, you need to get it to years. Okay, you need to get that T to years, and we'll see what I mean as we go forward. All right, let's take a look at some problems where we're dealing with simple interest. So we're being asked to find the simple interest, round to the nearest cent if necessary. So we're going to use that equation, and I'll write it up here. I is equal to P times R times T. All right. All right, so I is the interest itself. So we're being asked to find the interest. So I is going to remain just as is, okay? We could actually label everything out. What is I? We don't know. All right. What about P? Do we know what the P is? Sure we do. P is $1,000 because that's how much is being either borrowed or that's how much is being loaned. R is the rate, which is 4.5%. Remember, we're going to turn this into a decimal, so that's going to be 0.045. And T is our time, and our time is 2 years. All right, so let's use all of this to gather what our interest is going to be. So our interest is going to be our principal times our rate, which is 0.045, times our time, which is 2 years. All right, and we can break out our calculator, and we're just going to multiply all of this together. 1,000 times 0.45 times 2. Sorry, I said 0.45. It should be 0.045 times 2. So watch out as a possible mistake that could be made. And the interest is going to be equal to $90. All right, nice and easy one first. So the interest that we're going to owe is just going to be $90. That's interest on 2 years. All right, let's keep going. The second one, we have $2,500 at 6.75% rate for 3 years. Okay, so let's identify everything. We don't know the interest. That's what we're looking for. We know the principal. It's $2,500. We know the rate, and the rate is 6.75%. As a decimal, that's 0.0675. And we know that the time is 3 years. So let's substitute everything. By the way, this was our answer before. Let's substitute everything. So I is equal to 2,500 times our rate, 0.0675, times our time. And let's multiply. So 2,500 times 0.0675 times 3. So the interest rate, or the interest, I'm sorry, is going to be equal to $506.25. All right. Not crazy. Really just a matter of substituting. But let's see one more. Okay. So notice what we have here. $240 at 8% for 9 months. Remember what I said, our time has to be years. So what are we going to do? So here we go. So our I, we don't know. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for the interest. Our P is given, $240. Our rate is given, it's 8%, which is going to be equal to 0.08. And our T is 9 months, but 9 months isn't what we want. We want it to be in years. So how do we get 9 months converted to years? Well, I'm going to say 9 over 12 years, which we could leave as, we could technically leave it as 9/12, or we can convert it to 3/4, because it does simplify. So we could leave it at 9/12. Actually, you know what? I'll leave it as 9/12 for now. All right. So let's go ahead and let's substitute some figures. So I is equal to P times that rate times 9/12. And I put it in the calculator just exactly as you see it here. 240 times 0.08 times 9 divided by 12. And I'm given an interest of $14. Let me fix this. The interest is going to be equal to $14.40. All right, there you have it. Got my months to years. That was the more complex one that we'll see. All right, check out those practice problems. I'll see y'all tomorrow.